Hey everybody, it's Pam here at Desert Family Homestead. Came up with a term and just wanted to say welcome back to my desert homies. What you're looking at is my 2 cherry tomato plants. Since our temperatures went down to 100 or just a little over 100, and then last week dropped down into the 90s for highs, yay us, my tomato plants, especially these two, have just been going crazy. Look at all these blossoms. Yesterday I picked a few cherry tomatoes off, and as you can see, there's more tomatoes in there. They're just all over the place. All over the place. So yeah, we are going to be having lots and lots of cherry tomatoes to eat here before long. And today our high is only supposed to be 85. Woohoo! Finally cooling off. So I got this bed completely planted in onions. There's my okra. It is still growing, still producing. I've already harvested this morning. Show you in my bucket here what I gathered this morning. One of my girls. It's the okra that I've got this morning. One thing I did realize that I did not come and tell you guys about picking okra. These are about as big as you want it to get. The rule of thumb, no pun intended, is that your okra pods be as thick as your thumb. And usually about the same size as your thumb. My thumb is a little short, so, but yeah, this is, and most times you think, oh, the bigger the better, but when it comes to okra, it's really not. It gets hard, it's not usable anymore. Okay, so one of the things that I want to tell you about today too is gardening can be really expensive or it can be cheap, and you got to get creative. I have these beds. Some were given to me. I've bought some. And when I bought one that was just this, like this onion bed here, I bought one of these. The others were given to me. When I bought that, when I showed up at their house, they said, hey, we've got some tomato cages. Would you like them? And I thought, oh, sure. I mean, I have my tomato cages like those that I really like. And I thought, well, more can't hurt. They gave me these. And I probably have about 6 of them altogether. What these are good for, because they're really too small openings and too small in diameter to plant tomatoes in. These type are good for growing peas, pole beans. You can do cucumbers on them, things like that. They can just go down in your bed and you just wiggle them around until they're down in there secured and everything. And then the vines will, and you plant your seeds. You can plant them on the inside, you can plant them on the outside, doesn't really matter. But if you're doing something that you really need to reach your harvest better, then you're better off planting your seeds on the outside, although the vines will come in and out, and you can help weave them through, as you know, every other one, so that you've got more hanging on the outside too and everything. But that's what these are really good for. And like I said, these were just given to me. But if you find somebody that's doing a fencing job and they've got bits and pieces of their fencing, the end pieces left over, ask if you can have them. Because all you do is you just take the end and just wrap it around there to secure it. Okay. This is what it looks like from the outside. That's where the 2 ends come together. So, like I said, I got another one. I set these up to show you what I've done, what you can do with them and stuff. Although I did plant some peas on this one. think I see some sprouting down here. I do. Yippee. Got a couple of pea plants sprouting. And they'll just grow up and be fine. Now, another thing too, you've got small space. You don't have a lot of room. Maybe you don't have as big a space as I do. Maybe you only have room to put in a double bed like this, and that's okay. My okra bed has 20 plants in it. Yes, you heard me correct. I have 20 okra plants in that bed. Look up square foot gardening, and you'll get all kinds of things. You don't have to plant things as far apart as what they tell you on the seed package. Old tires. Here in the desert, you need to paint them so that the outside's not black, so they don't absorb that heat as much. But you can use old tires. You cut it back here so you get the beating off of it and everything, so that you have a bigger open space to plant in. Pots. Sometimes I see people on the giveaway groups on Facebook and stuff, they're giving them away. So, and in the sun, if they're the plastic ones, they're only going to last you 3 or 4 years at the most, probably, because the sun just beats on them and tears them up and destroys them. But if you're getting them for free, who cares? Save the soil, put it into the new pots. And so, as you can tell, that pot's been through the ringer, and I've had it a long time. That one too. But that one's not plastic. That one's a ceramic pot. But yeah, I have 7 tires in here. There's my expanded asparagus bed. Been starting on dividing my asparagus plants, but this bed was over here. Yeah, you can see where it was right there, the end of it, and then I had a gap between them, and I just decided to expand them over. Another pot I had, I'm putting in here for next year, because I don't think I'm going to get my garden house built. I mean, things cost money, so I'll have a pot here. I've already gotten mapped out. So, my father-in-law gave me these when they moved from their house to an apartment complex. Senior apartment complex. He had to get rid of a lot of his gardening stuff, so he gave me 3 of those. So got those little trellises that are in the back of that planter. I found them at the 99-cent only store. So dividing my asparagus keeps me getting more and more asparagus every year, so that I just keep building up my supply. That planter was given to me. Can't remember by who, but somebody gave it to me. And then the little pots I had bought, I had them at our old house and had flowers in them. They can't keep flowers outside of my garden space because of the rabbits. They'll eat them and everything. And like I said, this bed was given to me. This one is a deeper bed. It goes 3 boards where the others only go 2. My mint, which I need to divide, is in a ceramic pot, and I probably will, when I divide this, I'll probably put it in that other ceramic pot down there. But when I clean my chicken pens out, it goes in my compost bin. I put it to help with the compost and everything. So I make my own compost and bring in here. Got radishes coming up in this bed. And then tried an experiment, and it seemed to work. Don't know if you can see them or not, because they are really fine. But I got, let's see, can we get them there? Right. Oh, there we go. Can't really see it too well. They're not showing up. But, oh, there's some. My little carrots. They're coming up. There's one. I took this board. After I planted my carrots in there, I took the board and I put it over it. And it seemed to help them with sprouting and kept them protected as they were first sprouting and coming up. But like I said, gardening doesn't have to be real expensive. Keep your eye out looking for free containers. If you need to do container gardening, if you want to do raised beds, look on your buy sell trade pages and stuff. Put out there that you're looking for wood and lumber and everything. I mean, you may not get the boards to build beds like this size, and these are resin. These are not wood. These are the resin stuff. But you may not get big enough wood to build this size of a bed, but maybe you can build a bunch of smaller boxes and have them and utilize it that way. There's my other two. Gotta put more soil in that one. And there go my girls. So I just wanted to give you a little tour and give you some tips on how to. The chorus is gone. And get you some tips and ideas, maybe to help you expand for next year. If I can get away from them a little. Maybe to help you expand your garden for next year. But I changed. I had to get some new waterers for my chickens, so I'm actually thinking of using the old waterers as containers also. I might try planting some flowers in them and put them on my porch and see if I can actually have some flowers up on my front porch. So here you go. Here's a lot of the flowers. The beautiful flowers from okra. I love those. Yellow is not one of my favorite colors, but okra flowers are just so pretty. And as you can see here, I still got plenty of pods on my plants. This one will be ready to pick tomorrow, as will that one. And that one up there will be ready to pick tomorrow too. You can kind of see the new house they're building over there. That's the final one for this group of houses. And here's the other side of my cherry tomato plants. They're touching the fencing now. I used to be able to walk through there. But they just took off and started really growing once the weather started cooling down for us. Again, there's lots of blossoms and lots of tomatoes in there. See? So there you go, my desert homies. I will see you in the next video. God bless. Keep gardening.